Today I am going to show you how to make phu bei gyun, which translates into bean curd skin rolls, adapting the Wong family dumpling filling that I have refrigerated and am now going to be using for today's filling. So for the adaptation of the Wong family filling, what you need to have is an additional fresh cilantro, which we're going to add into the actual filling and give that a mix. And the cilantro just provides a lovely fresh taste to the filling. And besides the cilantro, we're also going to have the bamboo shoot strips that gives it just a little more vegetable as well as an added crunch. You can buy the strips and will eliminate the need to actually cut them into a julienne's piece. I also have the black fungus strips, and you can also purchase these as strips. This is what it looks like, and they are dried, so they will require rehydrating in a water soy solution. I'm going to keep these separate because I'm just going to add that to the filling. Bean curd. So you buy the fresh bean curd sheets. They actually come in the freezer section. If you do the dried ones, it's a little more difficult to manage because they are so brittle that when you rehydrate it, half the time you just get crumbs. So if you can buy the fresh bean curd sheets, it is a lot easier to work with. And make sure when you do have the bean curd sheets, there are so many frozen bean curd sheets out there. If they don't have this brand, if you find a package, make sure you can actually see it, because sometimes if you don't see it, the actual skin is a lot thicker than this, and you do want the thin skin. So this particular brand comes in these very large circles. So let me show you what it looks like. This is how large it is. It's the size of my workspace. It's about 24 inches in diameter. So in order to prep the bean curd sheets, this is what I'm going to do. I only am going to do one sheet. They come in about 3 or 4. For one sheet, it'll make 12 bean curd rolls. And this is how we're going to cut it. If you're making more than 12, you can just double up on the bean curd sheets. So cut it in half and then cut it in quarters. And then for each quarter, you'll cut it into thirds. So you have your 12 strips here. Now I'm going to prepare my work surface. I am going to get a pan of water and soy mixture, and this is going to be my soaking solution that will rehydrate my dried bean curd sheets. This just makes the bean curd sheets easier to work with and gives it a little bit of flavor. But the braising will get most of the flavor. Now I'm going to show you how to roll up your phu bei gyun with this funky shape. What you're going to do is, after you quickly soak it in the water, make sure that you do it one by one, otherwise they all start to stick to each other. And then as you take one out, you can then place the other one in the water. So by the time you finish with this one, the next one is ready to go. So put the point facing you, take your filling, place it towards the center of your pie-shaped bean curd wrapper, and then place your bamboo shoots and your black fungus onto the filling. And the nice thing about placing this onto the filling is that you can ensure that each mouthful is going to have some really great crunch, because each mouthful will have some bamboo shoots and some black fungus. All right, and then you place your tip towards the edge of the circle, what used to be the edge of the circle, and then pull your filling in so that it's tight. Roll it a few times, and then after you've rolled it a few times, take the wrapper and close it. Close your edges and make yourself a rectangle. And you'll notice that as you roll a few times, you're going to get more width on your bean curd wrapper. Once you folded the edges and you've sealed the edges and you have yourself a nice rectangle, then to continue rolling it and making sure that the whole roll is completely sealed with the wrapper. Okay, so there you go. Now to make the sauce in which the bean curd rolls are going to braise, I'll need a mixture of chicken stock. So either you have chicken stock or you can mix water and chicken bouillon powder, sugar, rice wine, oyster sauce, and I prefer using the premium brand oyster sauce because I just like the flavor better, dark soy sauce, and cornstarch to thicken the sauce. I will also need a tablespoon of minced garlic. So I'll be mixing all this together, and for the minced garlic, that will be my aromatic. For the braising, we're going to put about 1 tablespoon of oil into our skillet. And we're going to take our minced garlic and add it to the pan. Now I'm going to add the sauce that we just made, but before we do that, make sure that we stir it to get the cornstarch from the bottom of the mixture, and then pour this mixture into our pan and stir it until it starts to boil and thicken. And then when it starts bubbling, you can add your bean curd wraps to the sauce. So this will allow the sauce to penetrate the bean curd rolls, making them really tasty and flavorful. It does not have to take too long. You don't really need steaming because it's just going to cook in this delicious sauce. All right, so once it's braised in the sauce, I'm just going to plate it and serve it.